do the video for you guys. This is how it looks like. Space, stuff, randomness, and weirdness. I'm just kidding, that's cool. Yeah, that's how it looks like, and this house, well, that's pretty cool, I'll give it that. Pretty dope. But hot weather today. We're in the space center of something weirdness. And let's see the inside of the world of weird. Well, that's what it says. That reading. Cool. Pirate weapon. That is pretty dope. Glasses in the way. Treasure. That's pretty cool hidden treasure. Andrew Jackson. That's pretty cool. Excuse me. It's right here. Go outside. Gonna make sure it does not get disconnected. Try my best. If it does, I'll do my best that I can to record, guys. So yeah. I think this is something. Yeah, some lady stress. That's indeed. And spirit intern back on the kid stuff. What?
We're going outside to go to the
What? Well, guys, so I will be back in this location soon. So I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to the IMAX trainings of something randomness. So I'll be back in this area once more, recording the rest of the part of the building if possible. So yeah, I'll be back in the rest of the area. I only did the half part of the building so far. So, I mean, I did the half of the building so far. I'll do the rest the best that I can. But yeah, I mean, as of right now, I only did half of the part of the area. The rest of them are not done. I cannot film the IMAX part. I really doubt if I can. I really feel not sure. And then some restaurant shit, whatever that is. And there's a big huge spaceship. You can probably get inside of that crap. I don't even know what that is, but fine. Yeah, getaway thing, something, whatever it is. Yeah, whatever. The other part I can't. I do want to see the rest of the building, though. I really do. It seems interesting. So whatever. It sucks that I did not see the rest of it. I did not capture the other one. The 1 and 2. So yeah. North of Pone, Jarman Universal Theater thing, that thing, whatever it is. Some cream shop. It looks like a dildo. That is it all American flags? What's that do? These are all the flags and everything else. I need to catch to my parents. Sorry about that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Space Dude. Yeah, and I'm already recording.
Yeah.
Don't press any buttons. Don't press any buttons.
Go.
Let them go first.
One more?
Keep recording.
Daddy.
They got it lined over here, okay? Excuse me.
Ah, the picture of them.
Photos, okay, please take photos. Able to get one photo.
I'm doing a video. Video is still the same thing. Yeah. I got the video too, so it's gonna last forever anyway. The video. It don't matter. So as of right now, guys, I cannot check anything for the IMAX. So I doubt if I'll be able to do that, the IMAX thing. And it's gonna be a problem for me to record with no thing. So I'll try my best that I can. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll stay tuned for another episode stuff. But yeah. Oh, it's cold. Yeah. Well, hold on. Never mind. I think I can still do it. for a little bit. I think I'll be able to still recording here. That's weird. Oh. What? That's pretty cool. Later. We're actually gonna learn about all the space stuff, about how they survive in the space and stuff like that. So pretty cool. I like space stuff anyway, so I mean, space stuff is pretty dope. You gotta learn different things about space and how do they survive in space and stuff or whatever, whatnot. So yeah. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to record in the theater, but I can tell you the best that I can, of course.
Waiting for someone to come from restroom.
I know, I'm coming. I'm just looking at stuff. And that looks, I don't know what that is, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. What? Huh? I'm calling Harry right now. Right moment he goes to pick me up. What? I know where the bathroom is. I'll find him. Give me a second. Oh, there he is. He's here. We made it whatever time.
Enjoy.
So these are the glasses we'll be getting. Or IMAX glasses. Whatever that is.
No, it's not that. I thought it just it's not just the same.
How it look like with the glasses actually. So yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to record in there, but we'll see. Huh? Oh my god.
Step 6
Oh, sorry about that. Weird. It actually works inside. No, never mind. Ouchie.
ಸೆಂಟ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ದಾವ
Go ahead, run it.
ಹೋಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಸರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ
So it's gonna be a little bit boring for a while because nothing has been begun just yet. Just waiting for people. I wanna go back to the other area I was filming at, you know? So I need to finish up the rest. Still waiting. Don't know why it's taking this long. It's gonna be a long video waiting for something on the TV.
You know when it starts, right?
Huh?
What time is it?
I don't know. 11:29. There we go. Now it is. Here we go. Now beginning. Because enjoy this show. Not sure how long it is though, but we'll see.
38 minutes.
Damn, really? Okay then. I'm gonna hold on this for 38 minutes. Well, I have no problem with that. I've done worse. So yeah, this is the Kennedy Space Center, NASA thing. So yeah, it's not interesting as the resort stuff I've done so far, but no, it's still pretty cool. Space stuff, you know. Space is still pretty cool, you know. Reason why I'm saying space is awesome is because you get to find out a lot of cool stuff about how they survive and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's starting, but it's just a NASA thing. Wait. And plus, my brother's wearing a NASA shirt. It actually definitely fits the picture. Show me your NASA shirt, hurry.
What?
Show me your shirt. I can't even see anything. Yeah, he's wearing a NASA shirt, but it's hard to see because it's wrinkled. So yeah, but it's still going and waiting. Oh god, my arm's killing me. I'm not doing it. Be quiet. I'm just talking now until it starts. Here we go. Here we go. I think. Whoa.
Asteroids are actually relics of an ancient past, and may hold the secrets to life itself. But since they may also be a future threat to our planet, blasting them isn't the worst idea. But in reality, it's a little more complex. It wasn't until a couple hundred years ago that we knew asteroids existed. Too small to be planets, we thought of them as odd curiosities. That is, until recently. With more than 1 billion asteroids circling the Sun, it's just a question of time before one of them is in the wrong place at the wrong time. Space agencies around the world keep a constant watch on the skies.
New orbit elements confirm impact prediction. New radar data confirmed. Asteroid Victa A3D is on a collision course with Earth.
If an asteroid was coming our way, we would confront the threat with our best science and technology. It's not a question of if an asteroid will hit, but when. To understand asteroids, we first need to know where they come from. Over 4.5 billion years ago, cosmic dust spun around a new sun, and our solar system was born. The dust grew into planetesimals, the building blocks of planets. These planetesimals planetesimals collided to form new worlds. The first to form was Jupiter, the mightiest of all the planets. Its gravity kept a planet from forming between it and Mars, leaving a band of rocky leftovers we call the asteroid belt. But the same forces that built our solar system have kept it from settling down. Asteroids never sleep, constantly being nudged from their orbits by the largest planets and by the heat of the sun. Some of these asteroids brought water to young planets, including ancient Mars. While most asteroids stay in the main belt, some make it into our backyard. Our moon. With no atmosphere to burn up incoming asteroids, their impacts remain a silent testimony of a brutal past. However, Earth's atmosphere keeps most asteroids from getting through, but not all of them. 65 million years ago, a 6-mile-wide asteroid hit a part of Mexico, ending the reign of the dinosaurs. Since the dawn of time, asteroids have not only battered our fragile planet, they have changed the evolution of life itself. One of constant change, where adaptability is a key to survival. On the front lines of understanding asteroids are scientists, and their tool of choice is the telescope.
Finding asteroids before they find us is critical. So we use telescopes to take pictures of the night sky. A moving point of light reveals an asteroid hiding among the stars. Because even small asteroids can be dangerous and harder to detect, we had to build better telescopes.
As our needs changed, our technology evolved.
Using some of the world's largest digital cameras, the Pan-STARRS telescopes search the skies for asteroids that come close to our planet. So far, they've found thousands of these near-Earth objects, or NEOs. Asteroids are very hard to find because they are dark. Since NASA had a retired space telescope that could see heat, we asked, can we turn this back on?
And with that, the NEOWISE mission was born.
NEOWISE can see objects using infrared light, which is invisible to humans, so it was even better for hunting asteroids.
We could finally see the strange and mysterious characters of the asteroid belt. Some asteroids are mostly iron. Some share a mutual gravity. Most are packed with organic compounds. And many are loose piles of rubble. Most asteroids will never make it to Earth. But in the winter of 2013, an asteroid emerged from the glare of the sun, making a surprise visit over the skies of Chelyabinsk, Russia. Soon after burning up in the atmosphere, the smallest hint of the asteroid's power was felt. Incredibly, everyone survived. But if a small asteroid can do this, what could a large one do? Deep in the Mojave Desert lies an outpost of NASA's Deep Space Network, a place that helps us track possible threats.
Most near-Earth asteroids that impact Earth are very small and disintegrate in our atmosphere. However, a large one could make landfall and cause damage. From Goldstone, we bounce powerful radar beams of passing asteroids. And the measurements we get help calculate if they pose a future threat to our planet. About 10% of near-Earth asteroids are classified as potentially hazardous asteroids, or PHAs.
There's a small group of PHAs that may hit Earth hundreds of years from now. How big are they? It's probably easier to just show you. We haven't found all the PHAs we believe are out there, but astronomers keep searching. At some point in the future, we'll confront a threatening asteroid. Scientists need to imagine every possible scenario so they can prepare for every possible scenario. There are two probabilities they envision: either divert an asteroid in space or plan for impact. Any asteroid that hits Earth will likely land in water, far from people. "50,000 years ago, before anyone lived in North America, a 50-meter rock slammed into ancient Arizona, creating a mile-wide hole called Meteor Crater. The impact jolted the ground, blasted tons of earth into the air, and flattened trees for miles around. From the evidence on the ground, scientists learn how to prepare for impacts. To imagine the outcome of a future asteroid strike, we need to create one with supercomputers.
If an asteroid was going to hit our planet, we'd need to predict the damage it would cause. And if we know its size and speed, our computer models can help us do just that.
Scientists first determine where the asteroid will hit, using spacecraft and telescope observations to calculate its path. Natural disaster agencies would use computer simulations to develop a plan of action.
The asteroid hit the A3D with 6 minutes from impact.
The International Space Station would move to avoid the asteroid's path. All commercial air traffic would be grounded. In the days and weeks leading up to an impact, scientists would narrow down the strike corridor to within a few hundred miles. Once the impact zone is defined, evacuations would begin. People, livestock, even zoo animals would be moved to shelters hundreds of miles away. Data collectors would dot the landscape, ready to capture the effects of this rare event. because of computer simulations, impact models, and any other way we'd imagine what an asteroid impact would look like, it would still be something never before seen in the modern world.
The acceleration curves are offline from all sections. Tracking forecast impact within a 200 square mile section of North America. All data now expect. Estimated likely impact in 20, 19, 18, 7.
After impact, a blast of intense thermal radiation is released. Rising hot air pulls debris into a cloud. The impact creates a seismic wave. As it moves from the epicenter, the ground shaking weakens. Displaced Earth, called ejecta, would be tossed into the sky, most of it landing close to the point of impact. Some of the ejected material reaches outer space before returning to Earth. Finally, a supersonic airburst travels out in all directions, slowing to hurricane speeds with distance. The event is over in minutes. But what if we could stop an asteroid from hitting in the first place? Some of our brightest minds think we can. The Aerospace Corporation imagines ways we can protect our planet.
An asteroid impact is a natural disaster we can prevent, but it doesn't mean we have to destroy it. Nudging it faster or slower could be enough for it to miss its destiny with Earth. Designing an approach to do this requires engineers of every discipline. No idea is too crazy.
We're going to be very far from control.
So what we're doing is we're putting a spacecraft in the way of the asteroid.
Spacecraft with a nuke on it, on an approach trajectory, and when it gets close enough, just set it off.
Launching an interceptor to collide with the asteroid and break into many, many small fragments.
The gravity factor might orbit near the surface. That would radiate away. That basically gives it just a little bit of thrust. At 20 years, you'd be fine.
Fantastic.
Many asteroid research scientists attend the Planetary Defense Conference, a gathering that meets every 2 years to discuss how we can better identify, track, and avert disaster. what do we do with these ideas? When it comes to deflecting asteroids, timing is everything. Since we can't move Earth, we have to move the asteroid. One solution is the gravity tractor. The heavy spacecraft could pull an asteroid using gravity like a magnet. And over time, the speed change would alter its orbit. Hitting an asteroid with a kinetic impactor, a kind of high-tech cannonball, is another way to deflect an asteroid. The impact slows the asteroid, missing its appointment with Earth. Any mitigation technique is a race against time, so if we find one late in the game, we'll need a more drastic solution. Our best bet is a nuclear explosive device. Since international treaties prevent a nuclear detonation in space, we'll need the cooperation of the whole planet. To push the asteroid off course, we'll need to catch up to it, traveling at least 70,000 miles per hour. Then time the detonation of the nuclear device so it explodes in front of the asteroid at precisely the right moment.
Spacecraft is accelerating 35 kilometers per second to gain acceleration. As the observer spacecraft is fixed to cross behind the sun, we will lose contact until its signal is reacquired from the other side.
Hunting down an asteroid is complex. If the nuke malfunctions, if it undershoots or overshoots, the mission fails. To do its job, the spacecraft flies over 100 million miles, and a lot has to go right. But with the best minds on Earth, we have a chance.
Spacecraft will move into a safe area behind the asteroid. spacecraft is returning to its watch position to assess the effectiveness of the nuclear detonation. We confirm asteroid Victo's trajectory has moved off Earth.
Planetary defense is a relatively new subject that needs more attention. But space agencies and astronomers continue to search, study, and assess ways to keep our planet safe. Because science and creativity can point the way to solving our most complex problems. As natural-born explorers, we search new horizons for answers. By sheer will and ingenuity, we have crossed oceans, built civilizations, and even walked on the moon. Overcoming adversity and impossible odds are at the heart of the human experience. Throughout history, our greatest triumphs were achieved by working together. The knowledge we gain and share with each other can save the world. We need more thinkers, engineers, and dreamers. Many scientists began their journey gazing out at the stars and wondering, what's out there? The story of Earth is one of constant change, where adaptability and cooperation are the keys to survival. Because the future can be anything we want it to be, and every one of us is part of the solution. Even you. Tomorrow's planetary defenders.
You missed it. Time to go. Yeah, you missed it though. This is actually 3D, guys, so it's gonna be hard for you guys to see it in 3D. So this is actually in 3D, so it's gonna be really hard for you guys to see it in 3D without the 3D glasses of IMAX. So try your best to see it if you can. Lego. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know.
The other ones I would have wanted to keep, you know, just like fumble and like put them inside of glasses.
Huh? Yeah.
You want to keep that? He was sleeping. He missed it.
No, no.
Sleeping, that's it.
Well, you were sleeping.
You're what?
I recorded it, so whatever. The problem was it was on 3D. No, you literally missed most of it. Like, you missed the middle of it. You were awake, then you... The middle, then rest. Yeah, but you missed most of it, so yeah. I'm gonna look in there. I'll be right back. Oh, you can make your own taggy taggies. Where is my machine? That's pretty cool. This one is 40 for the one. I need 2 space. Journey to Space is actually, hurry. Journey to Space is also in 3D.
Yeah, I know there's going to be this.
Which one did we see? Asteroid Hunters. Oh, you can, huh? They also got the ID tags you can make. Ma, you make your tags.
And
IDs, ID tag, space tags. So you can create one. So you can make your own tags if you wanted to. Oh, you don't want that either. Nothing you want anywhere you're going. No, I like stuff. Okay? I want to keep something to remember. What the hell do you think it is? People, when they go to places, like they buy something for experience. But yes, experience. But also remembrance of things they have done. That's the key to having an experience. Okay? People need to know that.
thanks, Dad. You are helping me to learn something new.
What, something like Star Wars stuff that I like, something that you don't like. I do. I'm a fan. I can't get something that I want. It's annoying.
ఇక్కడ పోవాలన్నారు కదా.
Do that.
Not from somewhere. Oh, that's pretty cool. Not bad 3D actually. Pretty good 3D. 3D video 3D. Ooh, I like Lego, so why not? Lego. Legos. That's pretty dope, man. I like that.
Let's talk about what I do in space. As an engineer, I'm really proud of whether it's developing a rocket powerful enough to bring astronauts to deep space, or creating the systems and instruments used to explore places like the moon and Mars. Engineers like me are at the heart of that work. They're experts in everything from aerospace engineering to software and computers.
Skylight, come here. Stand right here. Stand right here. Put your hand right there. I'm with the mommy. Yep, I'm with the mommy. Nope, don't stand in front of that. I want to see that. Put your hand right here.
Like you build their own stuff. That's pretty cool.
Fen. Come on, guys.
That's cool. Very, very cool, actually.
I keep a close eye on all the equipment, systems, and facilities we use to assemble, transport, and launch rockets like the SLS and spacecraft like the Orion that are being used for Artemis 1.
That's cute.
Spacecraft and rockets are awesome, but as part of ground systems, I get to play, work with a lot of other really cool.
Oh, these are kids playing Legos. How funny and cute. Adorable. I still like those Legos back in the day. I still don't do. Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, it's just, Is this a password? It's pretty cool. Password. Oh, I think this one we already. Yeah, I think this one we saw earlier. Oh, I think we did. That's pretty still cool though. Away we go.
అన్ని దగ్గర
Because we don't know there's a complex. No, there's a large get to there.
Well, they can make reservations for that, but not the stuff that I don't want. Interesting. I don't think that should be fine. So folks, what we watched was Asteroid 3D Hunter. So we might actually watch the Journey to Space 3D, maybe. That's literally a maybe. But we might not do that, but it depends on that survivor. Even though
Dad, I need something now.
Shut up.
Right
Listen.
now.
Just listen. Ma, I want to
Do
get.
that together.
Listen, I want to buy some stuff too when we go to Orlando or Universal or whatever that is, or with the Galaxy Edge thing. I really want to get something from Galaxy Edge, Mom. Okay, come on. Plus, if you're saving money for that, get something pretty cool. I definitely want to get it too. Okay. Let me tell you something. Yeah, the experience is nice, but having something kind of cool at your, having something that you want to hold on to forever.
Fine, which one is cool?
Me. I would know which one's cool, which one's shitty, okay? Which one's crap. So, I want to take it to India so I have it. It's not collectible, the thing about that. The statue thing for crypto thing, you can get that anywhere you want. Can I tell you an example? Just listen, okay? The crypto thing, 137, you can get it anywhere you want. But the Star Wars Galaxy Edge thing, those things, if you want to get it on eBay, you know how much those cost? Triple the price. Triple the price. So if you want to get it from actually the Hollywood Disney World Park, yeah, it is expensive, but not very expensive to the point that it's not triple the price. No.
When we are moving, we have certain circumstances.
Yeah.
No bring చేసి మన రెంటల్ హోమ్ లో వదిలేసి వాళ్ళెత్తి కుప్పలో వేసి
Come on, listen. It'll probably will still fit. There's many ways we still be able to fit it in. Okay, you can probably like put it in like a box or like not a box, but you can still put it in somewhere. They'll give you like a big container thing, Mom. You can actually put it inside of it. Okay, Mom. Listen.
I'm not listening.
They'll put.
Don't waste your energy, please.
Ma.
Don't waste
Ma,
your energy.
listen. They put that in a tube, okay? You put that in a tube and they hold it. Then after they put it in the tube, after that, there is a way you can actually put it in. Ma, It's really not that big. Ma, another good thing is
I am not
just
listening.
listen.
I switch off my mind already.
Listen, it's not that big, okay? Because you can actually take it apart. You can actually take the glass apart and take the hilt down. Then it'd be easier to put it into a box. It's very accessible. Trust me, okay? It's very accessible. It's really not hard to take that glass up apart at all. You just need to twist it and it comes out, okay? After it comes out, you can actually put it right back in the box. Very simple. Letting you know now. Okay? I'm not lying on that.
You're welcome.
This is incorrect. They didn't update the maps. Whenever you're ready, just go walk right over there and
That's really it?
Yes. Yeah.
But that gets lower.
Yeah, they're still, they didn't update.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they were doing that right after COVID, but then they just recently.
Thank you so much.
Stopped doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dad, I actually. She's over there.
बस कड़े में बुकन तक क्या कौन ले
Dad, I need to tell you something. I actually found out something that you might actually like. Okay? You know the thing, the edge thing I was talking about the other time? I figured out that it's not hard to put that into a box. You can just open it up with the saber and put it in. It's easily accessible. I found out that way you can actually do it in an easier way without leaving it here. I found out you can actually do that. Very accessible. One-time experience, Ma. Okay?
Yeah, we are here.
That's not the experience I'm telling you about. Okay? I'm saying is that even though you have one-time experience, you'll have. It's only one time you'll have experience to get something kind of cool for yourself, for like a collectible, and you don't get it like how I feel. That's a very difference. Okay? Very, very different. And you don't understand it like I do. I'm so bored. Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's a Mars rover? That's a pretty big rover. Super rover, man. I'm bored. A little bit. I'm not as bored as I wanted to be, but I've been bored all this time, so I don't give a fuck. so lifeless to me. I'm not enjoying the stuff that I want. Oh, folks, give me 1 second here. Is that gonna be a recording still? I'll be recording the floor for just a little bit. Hold on. No, just do a bunch of one. Now I'll tell you the thing later, okay? There, okay? We'll talk about other stuff later. You'll find it. That stuff. You don't understand the experience, okay? Like I do.
Acá atrás.
Girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the Community Space Center. May I have your attention, please? My name is Joe. I'm your host. I will be transporting you to the Apollo Satellites site. Now, there's much information, ladies and gentlemen, much information to share with you as we go in that direction. So, for your benefit, I would ask that if you find it necessary to talk, as a courtesy to others that are on this bus and other buses that will be transporting you, I ask that you please keep your voices very, very low. Also, please refrain from using your cell phones unless you are taking photos of those phones. And if you have drinks or think about purchasing drinks along the way as you're being transported, please keep those drinks in your hands at all times. Do not, I repeat, do not put those drinks on the floor or the seats. And please, no eating on any bus that transports you. Now, you came because you want to know, you want information in relation to space program, past, present, future. Allow yourselves the opportunity to observe, absorb, and also using your imagination as you partake of it. With one, starting with this, understand that this is the second largest wildlife refuge in the state of Florida. So there is a possibility as you go to and fro, you may well see wildlife along the way. And as I have so far today, 3 bald eagles, I saw a black bear crossing the intersection, and a coyote, and some alligators. Now, on behalf of the letters NASA, you know it as NASA, it's actually National Air and Space Administration. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome.
But there will be plenty of photo opportunities during the tour.
By the way, that rocket as we go forward to your right is a real rocket.
KSC's badging station is the Mercury Redstone rocket. It represents NASA's earliest efforts to send humans into space. These Redstone rockets were formerly ballistic missiles provided to NASA by the U.S. Army. In October of 1958, NASA formally organized Project Mercury with a mission to investigate man's reaction to this new
The most technologically advanced scientific instruments to date into space through our Launch Services program. This all culminates in our ultimate mission, the Artemis program, where NASA will return to the moon, this time with the first woman and first person of color, and continue on to Mars. In all our history, there's been one common theme woven throughout our DNA. It's our insatiable desire to explore beyond our home planet in our never-ending quest to expand our knowledge of the universe. As you venture behind the gates, you'll find a community of the most talented, dedicated, motivated workforce anywhere in the world who believe in the unlimited potential of space exploration. This is an active spaceport where new things are happening every day. You never know what you might see, so enjoy your tour.
You are now approaching the Vehicle Assembly Building, or as NASA calls it, the VAB. It is one of the largest buildings in the world by volume, and is the place where NASA completes the final assembly of its rockets before launch. The sheer scale of this building is hard to grasp, even when you're right next to it.
Do you ever feel really small when you think about space? What about when you're standing next to a skyscraper or a really big bridge? Well, I feel about as small as an ant right now. I'm standing inside the Vehicle Assembly Building trying to grasp how doors below it and 7 smaller vertically opening doors above it tall enough to fit the world's largest rocket through. In fact, these are the largest doors in the world.
Construction of the VAB required 65,000 cubic yards of concrete, 45,000 steel beams, 1 million steel bolts amounting to almost 100,000 tons of steel. Note the flag painted on the outside of the VAB? It's the size of a 21-story building. The blue section alone is the size of an NBA basketball court. Each star is 6 feet across, and each red and white stripe is wide enough for this bus to drive down. And the entire VAB? It's so huge that the Roman Colosseum would fit on the roof with room to spare for a parking lot. By volume, the VAB can fit 3.5 Empire State Buildings, and it would take 250 billion ping pong balls to fill it. It was built in the 1960s for the Apollo program. Every Saturn V rocket that sent humans to the moon was assembled right here. Every space shuttle mission also assembled within these same walls. After the space shuttle program, a major renovation to the inside of this building began to accommodate NASA's next generation of rockets, the Space Launch System, or SLS. Lockheed Martin has developed a capsule called Orion that will sit atop the SLS rocket. This capsule is designed to facilitate human exploration of the moon and eventually Mars.
Take a look at the 4-story building with the slanted windows as we drive through this area. This is the Launch Control Center, where launch directors and their teams oversee every rocket that lifts off from KSC and give the final go or no-go. I'm inside the LCC with Charlie Blackwell Thompson, NASA's female launch director. Now, Charlie, can you tell us a little bit more about what a launch director does?
Absolutely. The launch director's job during the plan phase is to ensure that you have everything in place that you need to safely and successfully launch the Artemis missions. That includes things like your requirements are set, your launch commit criteria are understood, your procedures are ready to go, and your team is trained. The folks that sit in this room on launch day, they have a tough job, and that's to determine if the flight and the ground systems are go or no-go.
Now, do prepare, as I shared with you earlier, 3 points for your opportunities for you to gain as much information as possible. Listening, take photos, don't guess, don't worry about it, just take a photo. Start to look to your left. Slowly as I go, I'll see that beautiful assembly building, what I call the postcard photos. 41, 43. That building is way down the street because you won't have that opportunity again. As you're doing that, look, as we approach this intersection all the way to your left, you will see a mural painted on the building wall. The importance of that is that spacecraft that you see on that building. That is the new commercial spacecraft Starliner. That in concert with SpaceX will be transporting the astronauts up to the International Space Station. Drop down to your left, see a yellow military personnel carrier. That would be one of 6 at the launching pad at launching day. Or escape for the astronauts in case there's a problem. This extended arm would be at the launching pad, your imagination's now, at the launching pad, connected to the rocket, yes. And that is how the astronauts would enter the spacecraft at the launching pad. This item would be at the very top of the rocket, connected to a capsule, in case there's a problem in launching. That would eject itself from the main spacecraft to save the astronauts. The launch control center that you've been given some information about, that white building with the narrow windows, that is the back side of the launch control center site. You'll see more of it as the front part later. I'll switch to the right with your cameras and your imaginations. As we go forward, see if you can spot an American flag. Once you spot the flag, look forward to the right. See a blue rectangular box next to the flag pole. That blue box, rectangular box, like you would see on TV. That is the official countdown.
I depend on them to make those calls on launch day.
That makes sense. So I hear that you're going to be launch director for the inaugural flight of SLS with Artemis 1. Can you tell us a little bit more about the mission of the Artemis program?
Well, the Artemis program, Artemis is actually named for the twin sister of Apollo. And so if you think about all that we did during the Apollo program, how amazing that was, it seems so appropriate that as we return to the lunar surface, we return to the moon, that we go under the banner of Artemis, the twin sister of Apollo. And while there are similarities in our program, there are also differences. This time our trip to the moon will be on a brand new rocket known as the Space Launch System, or SLS, carrying the crews in the Orion spacecraft.
What is the goal or purpose of sending humans to the moon again?
Well, the moon is a treasure trove of science and discovery. And so there's so much to learn from the moon. We're still learning from what the samples we gathered during the Apollo program. The beauty of what we're doing today is that instead of going for a short trip, we're going to stay.
Okay, real fast, I can't stop. First, look to your right, back to your imaginations now. Remember this, what you're seeing is a gravel pathway. That's not 2 lanes, that's 1 lane. Lock that away. Turn and go back to the vehicle assembly building. The right hand door, tomorrow, will be rolling out that spacecraft. From that building, coming by way of this gravel pathway, going to your right to the launching pads. Now you see the front view of the Launch Control Center site, that dark window building. That is where it is, as she said, a go or no go for launch. Now, I want you to lock in on some words. Starting with this. Lock in on mobile launcher. Mobile launcher. Lock in on that.
We're inside the VAB at level 26, 274 feet up. And I can see behind us, right over to the right, the newly added crew access arm attached to this mobile launcher. I want everyone here to meet Cliff Lanham, the mobile launcher project manager. Cliff, can you explain the significance of adding that access arm?
Sure. The Crew Access Arm is one of the last major modifications to the mobile launcher in preparation for SLS and Orion. It basically will be the very last place on Earth that the crew will be before they're in the spacecraft and headed to space. Now, the White Room provides a contamination-free environment up next to the spacecraft, and as you suspect, it's white. It's the White Room.
Makes sense. Now, how does the mobile launcher support the SLS rocket?
The mobile launcher provides fuel and power to the SLS and the Orion. It's actually the stacking platform for the rocket. So there's a platform next to this 380-foot tower that the rocket is actually built next to, and then the umbilical arms attached to it to provide that fuel and power.
Wow. And so does the mobile launcher actually go all the way to the launch pad with the rocket?
It does. And the crawler transporter comes in, picks up the mobile launcher with the rocket, transports that entire thing out to the pad in preparation for the launch.
Oh, that is very impressive.
Okay, the next point. How do we transport spacecraft? This will be about the crawler transporter, which will be rolling out of all of that tomorrow morning. And you can have an opportunity to see the other crawler transporter as you work to your left. Once we get clear, far over to the left.
NASA is known for dreaming big, and big dreams require big equipment. I'm standing next to the Crawler Transporter, the largest self-powered land vehicle in the world.
There it is. That's another one over there between the two buildings.
Now, NASA's SLS rocket, weighing in at 6 million pounds and capable of lifting and hauling 18 million pounds. The Crawler is an engineering marvel, even without a rocket sitting on top of it. This thing has 2,750 horsepower B16 diesel engines that can carry the crawler up to a top speed of, wait for it, 1 mile per hour while carrying a rocket. Keep an eye out for the crawler as we approach this area. And remember, we are visiting a working spaceport, so while the crawler may not stay in one area for very long, it's bound to be out here somewhere. Now, let me introduce you to my friend, John Giles, the Crawler Project Manager.
I'm standing in front of Crawler Transporter number 2 at the Kennedy Space Center. Crawler Transporter number 2 will be used for the SLS program to take the launch vehicle back and forth to the pad. We will begin by going underneath the mobile launcher. We'll pick it up, we'll take it over to the VAB. They'll then assemble the launch vehicle on top of the mobile launcher, and then we'll come back to the VAB. We'll slide underneath it again, we'll pick it up, we'll take it out to the pad, a trip of about 4.2 miles. It'll take us about 7 hours to get there. During our trip to the launch pad, we'll roll over a specially prepared crawler weight that consists of anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of special rock. Below that is limestone that's about 4 feet thick and compressed to hold the weight of the crawler and the mobile launcher. And then below that is some hydraulically compacted sand that can support all the weight. And then once we're there, we'll drop it all off. And a few days later, there'll be a launch. We'll come back, we'll pick the mobile launcher up, and we'll bring it back to the VAB to start the process all over again.
With 50 years and some 3,000 kilometers or 2,000 miles on the clock, NASA expects the crawler's operation for at least another 3 decades. How cool is that? The latest refurbishment is complete, and preparation is well underway for the first SLS mission. Crawler will be doing what it was originally designed to do once again, which is moving rockets.
Why some say the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
When President John F. Kennedy made the speech in 1962, he set in motion an era of discovery that would change humankind forever. 7 years after he spoke these ambitious words,
NASA and the thriving private space industry at Kennedy Space Center today are the living legacy of their story.
Now look straight ahead. See tall dark tower. That tall dark tower, if you look straight ahead, is what you have 39 and 8. So far, Tuesday or Thursday, the scheduled launching of that launching pad by SpaceX, using SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket, to transport supplies and material up to the International Space Station. That launching pad is also important because it is by transporting 4 astronauts over a month ago from that launching pad to the International Space Station. The history part of it is one of those astronauts was, or is, an African-American female astronaut. That also is the site of where those 3 astronauts were launched from, July 16, 1969, to the moon. This location is one of 4 viewing sites for launches. And just imagine you were here watching liftoff of the second that you will see. Look over and see those 3 towers to the right, 2 on one side, 1 on the other. That is where that spacecraft will to go back to the moon and eventually Mars and beyond. By the way, I'm going to consider Mr. Aspen expressing some of you did not know you wanted to ask. My question would be, how long would it take the astronaut to go to Mars? The answer is 1 way, 6 to 7 months. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you will enter this building by way of that red area. The door should have to close by the time you get off this bus. Go there and be patient. It will be open again. Okay? And I'm suggesting, only suggesting, in order to leave this location at the other end, you'll have to exit by way of the gift shop. Surprising, isn't it? Now, I'm suggesting you wait until you get back. Because there you will have access to the world's largest space gift shop. And there you can find whatever you want. If it doesn't, if they don't have it, it doesn't exist. Now, make sure you have all your belongings, your cell phones, your wallets, your purse, your backpacks, your sweaters, jackets, caps, and yes, do make sure you have your children. It's been a pleasure to serve you. Thank you.
No, I would went to the back.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Plus, like, Merc likes Apollo stuff. Yeah, Merc likes Apollo stuff. Or like NASA stuff like that. Now you guys can strip on that. I'm not getting him that shit too. Too expensive.
In addition to an authentic Saturn V moon rocket, people flew the Apollo command module, a lunar module, and actual moon console by Apollo astronauts. You can even talk to physically moving yourself by visiting the Touch the Moon display located near the Lunar Theater.
the movie theater located at the north end of the Saturn V rocket. You can relive the experience of Neil Armstrong's historic landing and first steps on the moon. As you enter, please move all the way to the front of the theater to make room for the guests behind you. Our presentation will begin shortly.
Oh, you can go behind it.
On behalf of NASA and Kennedy Space Center, welcome to the Apollo Saturn V Center. Our presentation will begin in a few short moments. For the comfort, safety, and viewing pleasure of all our guests, we ask that you silence cell phones and refrain from flash photography for the duration of our presentation. Please note that this is a no-smoking facility. If you must leave the theater during the presentation, please use the exit door located behind you at the rear of the theater. Thank you.
You guys, I'll record more later. Bye, guys.